All right, everyone, welcome into the first NBA props video of the season. Going to be getting into the top prop bets here for Tuesday, 2-game slate. Let's go ahead and get into it. So first and foremost, kind of looking at the general board that we have right now as I'm recording this video, the PrizePicks board is looking pretty appealing, especially for NBA as well. We got Jason Tatum for unders, rebounds, and assists of 14.5. OG for over 4.5 rebounds is a decent bet as well. We got Zion over 11.5 rebounds and assists. So a lot of good bets here, guys. I'm excited to get into it. We are just going to be concentrating on the Tuesday slate, though. So let's go ahead and jump on into the NBA tab and get into it. So yeah, let's start out with the top prop bet. That's going to be Jason Tatum for under 14.5 rebounds and assists. Now, is this one that I want to be going out of my way to target? Let's take a peek at it. So when we look at it, we are going to notice that last season he basically did average right around this. Okay, we look at some games against New York. Now, it's a completely different I shouldn't say completely different, but obviously going to be a different team for New York with Donte DiVincenzo now in Minnesota, and also Julius Randle now in Minnesota, and then also Karl-Anthony Towns now playing for New York. They have Hart and Mikal Bridges still there. There's going to be some different rotations of players coming in there. Miles McBride is someone I'll touch on here in a second. So I don't want to take too much away from it, but we do see in his last game against the New York Knicks, he did get the under. Now, this one has a 54% chance to hit. And so as long as this one is still available, I'm happy to take a plus EV bet for us. Let's go ahead and jump on into the next bet, though. It's going to be OG to get over 4.5 rebounds. This is one that I can get behind. If you followed the preseason, all you've noticed that OG has been a little bit more aggressive. This is one where it probably will get bumped up, I would imagine. And if we look at kind of his preseason production that he had, guys, what we'll see is if he gets his kind of normal minutes, the expected minutes, which is going to be over 30 plus minutes, we see 4 rebounds, we see 6, we see 3, we see 6. And again, if he's getting those minutes that we're expecting him to get, I do expect him to be able to get over this 4.5 rebounds. Now, another bet that I like, he's been someone that has been playing aggressive thus far this preseason, would actually be for him to get over his points, rebounds, and assists. It's been kind of a, preseason. I don't want to take too much away from it. Josh Hart has not been dominated in terms of like offensive production. It could just be a feel out stage, and maybe this doesn't last that long. Josh Hart eventually takes over, but and maybe it's just a point of emphasis. All right, let's get OG going during the preseason. But if that's something that continues throughout the regular season, this is going to be too low of a prop line there. And so I'm fine betting that over. But again, you got 4.5 rebounds. A lot of people are chasing the 1.5 3-pointers made. I don't mind that as well. Like if he's going to be on the court 30 plus minutes like I'm expecting, I really don't mind that bet. So that's my long way of saying I agree with the lines that we're getting there. We got Jackson Hayes to get over 8.5 rebounds. That's another one that I think is a pretty good bet. And so we take a peek at it. He is projected to get 9.2, which I like to see. Again, kind of just looking at the preseason stats. Again, don't want to take away too much from this. But we have seen him get him 20 plus minutes throughout the preseason, which obviously is a good thing. Shooting the basketball a decent amount, would like a little bit more, but we really just need a few buckets here. Literally probably 2, and then he's going to be able to get the rebounds. Maybe if he adds an assist or 2, obviously that'd be pretty huge. But personally, I can get behind that one as well. Another one, Gabe Vincent for over a 3-pointer made. Will he make a 3-pointer is what we are seeing here, yes or no? And the data is saying we have about a 53% chance for him to hit the over there. Another one that a lot of people like is Miles McBride to hit a 3-ball as well. I don't mind that, but that's the thing, guys. We have so many like kind of decent bets, I would say, on this slate. I don't want to chase steals props or turnover props. Those are 2 prop bets that I personally do not really like. Let's take a peek at these 2 Miles McBride and Gabe Vincent prop bets. And so, guys, looking at the preseason kind of stats for Gabe Vincent as well, the minutes that he got, I think, is actually going to be pretty accurate in terms of what we'll see from him this season as well. But I want to call it the amount of 3-balls he was taking as well. If we get at least 2 from him, obviously we would need him to go 50%, but that's going to be likely. Like, he is someone that gets out on the court and does shoot some 3-balls. And so we just need him to get those minutes for this one to be able to hit. Now let's go ahead and jump into a player that I am going to be betting on a decent amount. That's actually going to be Miles McBride just in general. One of his most popular ones that we see here is actually going to be him to get over 1.5 3-balls made. I do want to call his projected minutes 15. We need that number to be higher. Last year, he got a lot of minutes, and I do expect it to be higher. He's been someone that has been playing a lot thus far in the preseason as well. Again, I don't want to be drawing too many conclusions from the preseason, but he was playing a decent amount. And again, he was shooting the 3-ball a decent amount, so I can get behind that. I actually think just in general, looking at Miles McBride, his PRA that we're getting of 12.5 to me seems too low. Just the fact that Donte DiVincenzo is no longer there. I think part of the reason as to why they made that trade is because they do have faith in giving Miles McBride a bunch of minutes as well. Now, again, the reason why I like this one is kind of how the preseason has went. And again, I don't fully expect that to happen throughout the full regular season. That's just something I want to see continue to happen throughout the start of the regular season. So in a weird way, if we are doing the OG overs and we're doing Miles McBride overs, we could also bet Josh Hart unders, which is not something I particularly love, but it's a 2-game slate. We got to find some bets that we like. And so, yes, we can roll with Miles McBride for over 1.5 3-pointers made. That's a great bet. But also, if that one gets bumped, by all means, I'm pretty happy and comfortable to go with him to get over 12.5 rebounds and assists. And then lastly, I do want to talk about Donte DiVincenzo because he is someone that I do expect to play a lot and really play well for the Minnesota Timberwolves. I really love the trade that the Timberwolves made. Donte DiVincenzo has been someone that really, I don't know, I don't get why he doesn't get more love than really what I think he deserves. I like his over points, rebounds, and assists. I think he's going to be someone that's going to be highly motivated to play well this season. And he was someone that played really well last year as well. I know he might take a backdoor seat to Anthony Edwards a little bit. I don't fully expect that, though. Naz Reid's someone that's playing well, and that's really why they got rid of Towns, because Reid, in a lot of situations, especially throughout the regular season, was able to give them Towns production. And then you get Julius Randle on top of that. Now, that's what I'm worried about. I'm worried that Julius Randle might soak up too much usage. At the same time, I do expect Donte DiVincenzo to go out and play well and play motivated, especially at the start of the season. So I'm very happy to get to really any overs for Donte DiVincenzo. I just expect him to have a good game in his first game with the Timberwolves. And then one other one that I don't mind, this would probably be more of a sportsbook bet, just really in general, Payton Pritchard to have a decent game. Like, I like the over rebounds and assists of 5.5. If you guys look at it, it's not going to be good. Now, he did and this was in the playoffs where he definitely saw less minutes. He is someone that throughout the regular season last year did play a lot. And so really what I'm hoping for is that we start to see some of those like regular season minutes that he was getting, 20 plus minutes. Then we can get to this average that he had, which is about 6.2 on the season, again, throughout the regular season. So I do like Payton Pritchard to get over 5.5 rebounds and assists as well. Now, I do think it's worth calling it out that the data does not agree with that bet here, guys. So just want to call that out. Again, that's why I say it's more of a sportsbook bet there. If you guys have that, if you guys are someone that's betting on more of a traditional sportsbook, I'd rather bet that there. Then also, let's take a peek at the Donte DiVincenzo one as well. So his points and rebounds, we can see at 13.5. That's really the best one that we have on paper here. The average sportsbook line would have this closer to 13.83. The projection data likes him to get 14, so I'm okay with that. Points, rebounds, and assists, they're giving him 17.10, the projection data. So, again, a decent bet across the board. Again, I think he's going to be someone that's going to go out and play well, going to be motivated to play well. So, again, it's more of a traditional sportsbook bet. And then real quickly, just taking a peek at the top prop bets that we are currently getting on Underdog. I haven't been able to get the NBA tab done just yet for the Underdog specific NBA cheat sheet, but if you guys sort it by the sport on the main cheat sheet, you guys will be able to see this there. And so that's what we're looking at right now. OG for over rebounds is really the best one there. And then from there, really not much for Tuesday's action. Maybe you can go with McBride to get over his points. I don't hate that. Again, I think he's going to play a decent amount, so that'd be the route that you could go with for that 2-game slate. So let's go ahead and get into the prize picks bet of the day here. But before we do that, guys, just a quick reminder, if you guys have never signed up for 9to5sports.com, it's a great time to do it right now. Use the promo code KEEPCASHING and 20% off your first month, so you guys will get access to all the prize picks and Underdog props cheat sheets that are available. Again, for the first month, that'll be just for $8. And now I do want to call it real quickly here as we get into the bet of the day here, guys, that the fantasy score prop bets for NBA are some of the best for really every sport, or college basketball for that matter as well. WNBA, we see it as well. And that's just because you don't have to worry about factoring in a touchdown prop or a home run prop, which obviously are not likely things to occur, but throughout the season, they clearly will. And so it's nice. Like, the only thing that we're factoring in there that maybe isn't as likely to happen on each night is like blocks, steals, and turnovers, but at the same time, still pretty easy to predict. So I do expect those to be some of the best bets that we get. But looking at the top bets that we have today on the prize picks bet of the day, Gabe Vincent to get over a 3-pointer made. We see that's one of the better bets that we have on the slate. Need him to get 16 to 20 minutes or so, maybe even more than that would obviously be great. We need him to get three ball attempts as well, but that's a decent one that we see on the board. Miles McBride, I really like all of his over prop bets that we have, but obviously I'm going to go with the one that Vegas agrees with the most here, and so that's going to be for him to get over 1.5 3 balls made as well. If you want to go PRA, if this gets bumped, by all means go for it. We got OG as well for over 4.5 rebounds as well. Again, I think his over points, rebounds, and assists would be a good route to go as well, so I'm happy to get there with him. We got Tatum for less than 14.5 rebounds and assists. That's the best EV bet that we have right now. And so that one's over 54% likely to hit. That's the best bet that we have on the board right now. Jackson Hayes to get over 8.5 points, rebounds, and assists. That's a good bet that I like. The thing with Minnesota is even still with their trade of Towns for Randall in terms of bigs, they are still going to be running out 3 bigs with Rudy Gobert, Julius Randle, and then Naz Reid. So they are still going to have, the Lakers are going to have to run back another big, and assuming that he stays out of foul trouble, Jackson Hayes should be able to get this over. And then Dante DiVincenzo, again, I think really any bet for Dante DiVincenzo I'm going to like, especially if it stays this low throughout the year, assuming that he is going to be starting and playing about 30 minutes. 13.5 points and rebounds was the best bet in terms of Vegas and how they valued it. Again, I don't mind points, rebounds, and assists. All those are going to be good bets. But that's going to be all for this video. Make sure to give a like and subscribe to the channel. I do appreciate that, guys. If you guys want access to any of the tools that you saw in this video, head on over to 95sports.com. Get access to the NBA cheat sheets, get access to the NFL cheat sheets, get access to the PrizePicks and Underdog cheat sheets as well. That's going to be all for this video. Leave a like, comment your favorite prop bet for Tuesday. And as always, guys, let's keep cashing.